by reciting times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So today we will study about the 3 to 5. But the last view, the view of the Dhammasaṅgaṇī-aṭṭhakathā. So before we go there, Yandobama, regarding the Yandobama, I trying to read previous pages and also following pages. In the view of the Dhammasaṅgaṇī-aṭṭhakathā, that view in this book, also in the case of the what? In that case, there is also Yandobama Nalabati. The simile of the sugarcane juicing machine, sugarcane juicing is not applicable, not liberty, not available. So here 2 places. So the similarity in these 2 places are what I found is that the chitta that arise in these conditions are only 6 chitta. Chakkuviññāna, Sampadejana, Sandirana, Aina Somanasa Ubekha, and also Dhararamana, Aina Somanasa Ubekha, both. So these chitta altogether 6. So in these 2 cases, so in that cases, commentator explain Yandobama Ida Nalabati. But in the previous cases, the number of the chittas are what? 12 chitta, 8 chitta. 12 chitta case, 8 chitta case. So they are the Yandobama is applicable, available. Here in the 6 chitta cases, there are 2 cases in which 6 chittas are there. In that case, Yandobama is said to be not applicable. But the meaning, the context in which Yandobama, the simile of the sugarcane juicing is applied in this context. So because the main meaning is that they different chitta, they have a different function. So altogether they make they accomplish the whole function. That is the meaning, the applicable meaning of the Yandobama, simile of the Yanda. Even though numbers are different, as 12, 8, and 6. So this meaning is still retained. Meaning is stay there. So in each thought process, these dhammas, jittas are functioning their own work. So I think it is in that sense it is still applicable, but the why it is said not to be applicable is the number, the difference in number, because they are lesser in number, maybe up to 8. So collected effort is more obvious. So if we reduce the number, suppose in a factory, the number of the workers are reduced, then the quality and also the machine are also not promoted. In that case, quality will be, even though the processing is there, the product is there, but the quality may not be as expected. So in that's I think that will be the reason why the reason for the commentator to omit or to say Yandobama is not applicable here. So that is the way what I think after reading or analyzing these, comparing these the text here. So and then you may have another view.
No, Sayadaw. In fact, I thought that's what I thought as well, because according to my understanding, that Yanto Upama is basically just to explain the Viti, right?
Yes.
But then so here it's also Viti. So as Sayadaw said, we only have a limits in the number of the jittas. But other than that, it should be the same, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So I also don't see why, but maybe that's Sayadaw said, that's the limits of the jittas, the number of jittas available.
And also one of the significant point in writing is that on the page number 324, Yando Bama Ida Nalabadi Di Wodam. So it is not his own idea or whatever, or commentator's own idea, or data data's idea, or may not be their or original idea, because it is said Wodan. It is said by who? It is not mentioned. Yandobama Ida Nalabadi Di Wodan. Okay. So it is said that point. We don't find any other reason for mentioning that point, that word. So let's go to the 325. So Idani, that paragraph, I think. Idani Mahadamarakita Thirawadi, Dasaka Megagatha, Odi. So now is what the plan of the 10 Vibhaga Jittas in the view of the Mahadamarakita Thera. Tata, so in that in this view also, in this view, Sageda Panya, Osada, Kedanani, Pagadiga Niwa. So Sageda Panya, as we have studied, you may still remember, Sageda Panya, the monks over there, they discuss among themselves, or they thought to themselves that whether one Kamma, one result, one Kamma, one Vibhaga, or many Kamma, many Vibhaga, or one Kamma, many Vibhaga, like that, they cannot decide. That's why they go and ask their master. Then master reply what? If there is a one Kamma, that one Kamma produces one result. If there are many Kammas, then many Kamma produce many results. That is Saketa Panya. Saketa Panya is also Bhagadiga Neva, is obvious. Osada Ketanani. Osada Ketana. Osada means what having a lot. Okay, osada means we have a hedu, suppose a root. The lobha root have a lot, we have. So with that lobha, it is instigated by the lobha, we make a karma. Then because of that karma instigated by the lobha, then there is a vipāka like that. So whatever dominant, okay, whatever dominant in our mind, in the mind of an individual, it is explained there, osada ketana. So these two are obvious. But hedu ketani pana, ayan we say so. Hedu ketana. What is a hedu ketana? Hedu ketana, where it is? Hedu ketana means the what? Ahetukakutana is it is also very very similar to Osada Ketana, but the Osada Ketana talk about the virtue and vice. Okay, Aloba, Adosa, Amoha, these are virtues, and then Loba, Dosa, Moha, they are vice. So whatever dominant. And also why we are why these aloba, these vice and virtues are a lot or dominant. So that is explained in the Osada Ketana. So in this case of the Hetu Ketana, so karma associated with the root, and also it karma associated with the root, whether Duhetuka karma or Dihetuka karma, and also the result of these karmas are explained in the Hetukatana. So in the view of the Mahadhammarakkhita Thera, so Hetukatana is a significance. So Hetukatana, Dihetuka, Duhetuka. So because he, this Thera has the idea that regarding the Padisandhi, if we do Dihetuka Padisandhi, Dihetuka Gamma, then the result will be Dihetuka Padisandhi only. No Dihetuka. Okay. So Dihetuka Gamma produce Dihetuka Padisandhi. No Dihetuka and Ahetuka. So also, but in the case of the Dihetuka Gamma produce Dihetuka as well as Ahetuka. So very specific. But in the Padisandhi moment, in the Bhavati moment, what he mentions the Dihetuka Gamma, Dihetuka Vipākambi, Duhetuka Vipākambi, Ahetuka Vipākambi, Dihedi. So in the Bhavati moment, Dihetuka Gamma produce Dihetuka Vipāka, Duhetuka Vipāka, and Ahetuka Vipāka. Regarding the Duhetuka Karma, during the Bhavati moment, does not produce Dihetuka Karma. Duhetuka Karma, Dihetuka Mewa, na Dehedi, does not give Dihetuka Vipāka. Idaran Dehedi, Idaran Vipādu, Duhetuka and Ahetuka. And then regarding the Padisandhi, Dihetuka Kamena Padisandhi, Dihetuka Va Body. So only Dihetuka Vipāka Padisandhi have been because of the Dihetuka Karma. Duhetuka, Hetuka, Na Hodi. So Duhetuka Padisandhi and Ahetuka Padisandhi do not have them. Or are not produced by the Dihetuka Karma. Dueduka Game, na Dueduka, Heduka, Hodi, Dieduka, na Hodi. So because of the Dueduka Kama, there will be Dueduka Padisandi and Ahetuka Padisandi. But not Dieduka Padisandi.
So Sayadaw.
Yes.
So according to this Thera, then for the at the Patisandi, then for Tihetuka Kama, there is no such thing as the Okata and Omaka.
Yes, like this. That is sure.
But then for the Duhetuka Kama, then there is.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's very strange. Yeah.
The different way of thinking, we can know. So, but and moreover, not only the Diyaduka and Duyaduka produce a specific result, they are respective specific result. But also here, Asankharika Gamma Vipākam, Asankharika Mewa Dedi. So if we do Asankharika Gamma, then the result will be Asankharika resultant consciousness, no Sasankharika. So there is no variability. So if we do Asankharika Gamma, then that will be Asankharika result. Sasankharika be Sasankharika Meva Dedi, no Asankharika. So or the Sasankharika also, it will produce only Sasankharika result, no Asankharika. Aramanena Vedana Privati Dabba. Privati Dabba. So by Vedana can be varied because of the by means of object. If object is desirable, Somanasa Vedana, it is a neutral object, then that will be Upeka. Javanam Beinda Javanam Mewa Javati. So in his idea, so he mentioned collective Javana. Collective without differentiating for the training version, for the bodily version, and also for the Arahanta and so on. Though without differentiating, but the collectively mentioned. So, Bainda Jawana. Adido Bataya Chedani Katidabati. Starting from the very beginning, the Jeda should be said. Tadarayan Katha. So Tadarayan Katha. Here is the talk, the discussion, the explanation. Ego Bhattamakusala Gamma Ayurvedi. That's a very easy for you. 1% accumulate karma by means of the past kusala citta. It means asankharika. And also Diyaduka. Patama Vipāka Cittini wa Padisandi Ganati. He take a rebirth only by means of the Patama Vipāka Citta. So it is Pasama Vipāka Citta. Ayangama Sadisa Padisandi. So this Padisandi is similar to the same as karma like a Padisandi. Karma like a Padisandi. Tasa Hodebadasa. So when he came to the age, Chakudwari, Aitharamani, Abhidhamma. So when desirable object come into contact in the idol, then Hoda Ni Wa Dayo Moga Wara Hundi. So there are 3 empty sessions. As we have as previous method, as in the previous method. Athasa Hita Hodanam, Tirasanam Somanasa Sagada Javanana, Anyadarena Javita Priyosani. So Asa for that person. So Javita Priyosani. Anyadarena Javita Priyosani. So at the end of it, any one of it, Somanasa Javana. 13 Somanasa Javana. So that means Kusala 4, Agusala 4, Kiriya 5. Okay, 4, 4, 5. Javida Bhatama Vipāka Citta Mewa Dadaramana 40. So for that person, he was born with the Phasa Vipāka Citta. That's why at the end of the any Javana. Any Javana. Aina Kusala, Agusala, Kiriya Javana, there will be. There is a Phasa Vipāka Dadaramana. So that Dadaramana can be get two names. One is Mula Bhavanga, the other is Dadaramana. Tam Mula Bhavanga Dadaramana di Dvena Mani Labati. Ewa Masa Jaku Vinyana di Idhanja Dadaramana di Chatari, Candamuka Chitani. So if we consider the thought process, there you can get the list of the 4 Jeta, 4 Vipāka Jeta specifically. So one is Jagu Vinyana, and then Sambadijana, and then Sandidana, or the 3. So Somanasa Sandidana is here. And then Idhanja Dadaramana. This is Pasma Vipāka Jeta, altogether 4. Then Aitamajadaramani in the neutral object. Hita Odana Yewa, Dwadasana, Ubekazagada Jawanana, Anyadarena Jewida Briosani. So when we encounter with the neutral object, so surely they arise Ubekazagada Jida. So at the end of the any Jawana, any one of it, Dwe Ubekha Jawana. Dwe Ubekha is a 4, 4, 4. 4 Gusala, 4 Agusala, 4 from the Kiriya. Mahakiriya Chitta. So at the end of the Jawana, Ubekha Sagatam, Di Dukan, Asankarika Chitta. So Ubekha Sagata, Yana Sambiyuda, Asankarika Chitta. Dadaramana Daya Bhavatati. So as a Dadaramana have been as a Dadaramana. Then this Dadaramana, Dvena Mani Labati, 2 names, against 2 names. One is Aganduka Bhavanga, the other is Dadaramana. Because his Padisani is a Somanasa, Pasama Vipāka. But now Jawana is Ubekha Jawana. Then it is followed by the Ubekha Vipāka. Ubekha first, not first. Ubekha did Jnana Sambiyuddha, Ubekha Sagata Jnana Sambiyuddha Asankarika. That's why it became Aganduka Bhavanga. Ewa Masa Ubekha Sagata Sandidana Idhanja Dadaramana. So in this thought process, the significant is Sandidana is Ubekha Sandidana, and also Dadaramana is also Ubekha Mahavipāka Ubekha Dadaramana. So these 2, Iti Dwe Gananubaka Jitani. So these 2 Jeta can be counted. Tani Purimehi Jaduhi Sade Cha Hondi. So altogether there are 6 Jeta. With these 2 Ubekha and then previous 4 Jeta. Altogether 6. A1 Ekaya Jiranaya Kami Ayuvide. So thus, or in this manner, when we accumulate a karma with the 1 Jirana. Panjasu Dware in the 5 door, Samadesa Jitani Obajanti. there arise Tati Jeta. Okay. Exactly Tati Jeta. Samadhi sa. Ekahidagani na bana Chekudwari cha. So if we take only the new one, then there we can say there are 6 Jeta in the idol, 6 Jeta in the ear. Yes, 6 Jeta in the idol. Then also you can add 2 or 4 more Jeta, that is the Sota Vinyana, Kana, Jiva, Kaya, Vinyana Jeta. So altogether we have a Dasa Hondi, 10 Jetas are there. And Bobamani Yamakata Bhagadiga Yewa. So similarly other mango is obvious. The dog one simile. So that is we can count there can rise 30 Jeta. Or if we take only new one, then there are 10 Jeta only. And the thought process. Then we baga Jeta. Then we baga. So Dasaka method is here. Dasaka mega kata is that one. So if we in this idea or the Mahadhammarakita Thera, so after the Kamma, so there it follows what? 10 Vipāka Jetas. As 10 Vipāka Jetas. Dutiya Tatiya Chatutha Kusala Jete Kami Ayuhide Bi Piṭaka Niva Vipāka Jetani Hondi. So in the case of the second, third, and fourth Kusala Jeta, so if we accumulate karma with these Jetas, Piṭaka Niva, so number is the same, Dasa. Dasa Kusala Jeta, Dasa Jeta. Piṭaka Niva Vipāka Jetani Hondi. Jatuhi Ubekasagada Jetehi Ayuhide Bi Isiwanayo. So if we accumulate the karma with 4 Ubekasagada Jeta also, the same method. Aitamajada Ramana Dasidapa. Pacha Itaramani na Vedana Pariwadita. Can you hear me?
Yes, Sayadaw, we can hear you, Sayadaw.
Okay, connection, because it shows connection down. So I ask. So in the case of Ubekha, the first thing first. The first thing is that Eta Majada Ramana. The object, the neutral object should be explained first. Then a desirable object should be explained. Aitharamani na Vedana Pariwaditapa. So we got original, our Padisandi is Ubekha Padisandi. Then because of the object determines a Vedana. So because of the desirable object, there arises Somanasa Chitta. So Pariwaditapa. And Bobamani Yamakata Bhagadiga Awa. Bhagadiga Ewa. So in this case, Ambobamani Yama Kata is obvious. Simile of the mango. Yandobama Nalabadi here. Yandobama Nalabadi. So the simile of the sugarcane choosing sugarcane factory. Okay, it's not applicable. But here in the case, T Wodan, Nalabadi, T Wodan is not mentioned. Just mention Nalabadi. Kusala do Bana, Chadona, Yana, Webildana, Nyadrina, Kami, Ayuhide, Ido Bataya, Saban, wait at the door. Ahetukakusalavipāko, with it Katedaba, So in the case, so within the quotation, if we accumulate one of Jnana Vipākuddhārakathā karmas, it means the Ahetuka karma. So study from this, Sabhan Vaithadedoa, so all of them having elaborated. Ahetukakusalavipāko with Katedaba, it should be said, what? Ahetukataka. So, in this case, how can you understand? So, do Ahetuka, do Ahetuka only. Do Ahetuka, do Ahetuka. But yeah, do Ahetuka Padisandi, do Ahetuka, do Ahetuka Gamma, do Ahetuka Padisandi. This is talking. But I think do Ahetuka is already included in the Dutiya, Tatiya, Chaturtha, Kusala, Chede, Kami, Ayuhite. So it will be included there. That's why it is not mentioned separately. Idawada, with that much, Mahadhammarakita Thiravadi, Dasaka Mego Nikido, Body, Sade, Ahetukatakina. So Dasaka Mega. So then Vipākajita plan. For the we can simply understand that Ahetuka Gamma to Ahetuka Padisandi. So and then in the Bhavati moment there will be 10 Vipākajita. So also do Ahetuka Gamma to do Ahetuka Padisandi. In the Bhavati moment there will be 10 Vipākajita. But do Ahetuka Gamma, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but then that it doesn't make sense because if we go back to the beginning when they talked about his view, that's the Mahadhammarakita view. It says that Tihetuka kamma Tihetuka vipākam viduhetuka vipākam Ahetuka vipākam videti. But in the explanation, we don't see any mention of the duhetuka vipāka. In those 10, there is no duhetuka.
Duhetuka vipāka. And also, how can we say? The meaning the point you want to say is that what? Duhetuka Gamma, okay. What we have a study is Ahetuka Gamma produce, according to this idea, this Theda's view, Ahetuka Gamma produce Ahetuka Padisandi.
Yes.
And then during the Bhavati moment, there will be 10 Vipākajitas.
Yes,
So
but according to explanation, but then at the beginning it says that it can also produce duhetukas, you know. But in those 10, we don't see any duhetuka.
And those 10, in those 10 means that
the 5 panja viññāna, sampatichana, maybe 3 santirana, right? No, 2 santirana, and then yeah, and then 2 tihetuka vipāka asaṅkarika, and that's it. We don't see any duhetuka.
Wait. Tihetuka asaṅkarika citta dharamana bhavatati. So that is in the first paragraph, right? On the page number 326. So isiwa nayo in the second paragraph. So,
no, in paragraph 3. No, I mean the page 325. So you know, the last paragraph. Yes.
That's why that's it. I know. The explanation is here. Paragraph number 326. Page number 32 says, first paragraph explain that 5 door. Okay. And also what? In the 5 door, and also Pasakusala Jita only.
Yes.
Okay. In the second paragraph, they are mentioned second Kusala Jita. That is the Somanasa Sasankharika. Okay.
Yes.
And also Tatiya Jita is Jnana Vipayutta. It's a Duhetuka.
Yes, but it's Duhetuka.
So,
and then the Tadaramana is still Dihetuka, right?
No, they are respective, the Dharamana.
No, but we still talking about, oh, no. So, okay, sorry. So first, he talked about the person with the first Maha Vipaka Citta Patisandhi. And then the second Maha Vipaka Patisandhi, right? So for those 3 persons, then the Tadaramana is the first or second Maha Vipaka Citta, because it's exactly the same with the Patisandhi Citta.
Not like this. Not like this. So in the first paragraph, to make it clear, so Jnana Sambhayutta, okay, and also Asankharika, we take Jnana Sambhayutta, Asankharika 2 point. Vedana is a changeable.
Yes.
So it means that the first and the fourth.
Yes.
But the first
and the fifth, yes.
The first and the fifth.
Yes.
The first and the fifth, the Dharamana Citas are mentioned in the first paragraph.
Yes, Sayadaw.
The fifth Mahavipaka Citta follows to the first Mahavipaka Patisandhi.
Yes.
Okay. So and then so now we go to the Dutiya, second paragraph. Dutiya Tatiya Jadota Kusala Chedehi Kami Ayuhi Devi. So if we accumulate the karma with the Dutiya or Tatiya or Jadota Kusala Jeta, okay, then we will be born with the Dutiya Mahavipaka Jeta.
Yes.
Okay, our and then in our life, during the Bhavati moment, the second Mahavipaka
and the sixth, yes.
Second and sixth.
Yes.
Mahavipaka will be so 2.
Yes.
And then in the case of a Tatiya, that is Jnana Vipayutta.
Yes.
Somanasa Jnana Vipayutta. If we born with the Tatiya Mahavipaka Citta, then in our life, Dharamana will be the third and the seventh.
Yes.
And also in the case of a Jadota also, the 4th and the 8th.
Yes.
These are the men.
Yes.
So not only Jnana Sambhiti Dukkha and Dve Dukkha, okay, but also Asankharika, Sasankharika also very specific.
Yes.
So the point that you tell is not consistent. Okay, the explanation here may not be consistent with the point that mentioned on the page number 325.
On page 325, yes.
Ahetuka Gamma, Ahetuka Vipākam, Duhetuka Vipākam, Ahetuka Vipākam, Dedi. Only as the explanation provide only what? Vedana,
Ahetuka and Ahetuka, yes.
yeah, Vedana, only Vedana is the changeable, but
Yes.
the Ahetuka followed by the Ahetuka, Tadharamana.
Yes.
Right? Asankharika followed by the Asankharika Tadharamana. So the view, the views and explanations are not matched. Right?
Yes. But then also because also here we don't see the case of the two dosamula citta and two mohamula citta as javana. So I don't know. So what kind of tadaramana that is, we don't know because there is in the explanation there's no mention, so we don't know.
So for those who are born with these with one of these jeta, okay, Mahavipaka jeta, or mostly it is talking about the Mahavipaka jeta. So there may rise the dosa javana, and then according to the idea or the first theta, so the significance of the first theta is that that data include Ahetuka Vipāka, Ahetuka Dhararamana, okay, after the Akusala Javana.
Yes.
Okay, after the Akusala Javana, Lobha or Dosa or Moha. Okay, that point is there. But the other theras, the Ahetuka Dhararamana is not included in the other theras view. That's why I think Abhidhamma Sangha also. So the first theta's view is mostly taking. Okay.
Yes. So yeah. So that's I mean, so there is mismatch here, right? So I mean, at the beginning it mentioned that there Ahetuka Vipākas are available, but I mean in the explanation we don't see it.
Yeah. So Ahetuka Vipāka also available. So if we read in the last three paragraphs, so that the explanation of this commentator. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That will be that will be okay.
Yeah, this read something like a summary of all this. They make a question also which should we take.
Sure. So Dasamaka Yami Dasaka do from Ahetuka to Ahetuka also 10. Ahetuka to Ahetuka also 10. But the Ahetuka do Kusala and the Ahetuka Padisandi, and for them there will be 8 Ahetuka Vipāka Citta. So then summary summary of this summary and explanation of the view. This is the sole view of the Aṭṭhakathā and also Buddha Kosa's view. So image and Bana, Dainan Thiranan. So among these three, Katarasa Wado, Kahedabo, whose view should be taking? This is the question. Nagasaji Ekansena. So very clear. So Nagasaji Ekansena. So we should not take only one view, only one of any view, only one of these view. Ekansena means eka answer, only one-sided. So we take only one view and then we reject the other three other two. Is it not okay? Sabbe sambana wadesu yodan gahidabam. So, but then what should we do? What should we do? Then sabbe sam wadesu. So in the view of these theras, yudangidava, whatever is appropriate should be taken. Patama vadasme he. So then he explained one vada after another. So first paragraph is for the first view. Patama vadasme in the first view. Sasankhara sankhara vidanam pacaya bedado adibedam. So it is desired, it should be desired. Adibedam. Or designated. By means designation of what? Variability of the sankhara, sasankhara and asankhara. By means of the different conditions led by the objects. Okay, by means of the different conditions led by the object, because they are sometimes object also weak or strong, or attention is weak or strong, like that. The conditions are there. So the variation between sasankhara, becoming sasankhara and asankharika, sasankarika and asankharika, is not made by the, not only made by the the karma, kusala karma, but also it depends on the conditions. So that is a desirable point. Dena atta, denita asankharika kusalasa. So it in this first view, asankharika kusalasa dobala pachiyehi opana sasankharika vipāka. So asankharika kusala is there. So we make a kusala with the unbounded mind, but at that time the conditions are weak. Then the result will be sasankharika vipāka. So also, even though kusala we make out of encouragement or other things, but the conditions are very strong. At that time, the result becomes asankharika vipāka. So gehedawa. So we have to consider this point also. One point is the variability of the asankharika and sasankharika because of the conditions. So condition also we have to take into consideration. Labha mana ni kiriya jawana ni pahaya. Okay. Even though so there is a possibility to rise a kiriya jawana. Okay, but it is omitted. Okay, having omitted here in this in his view. Kusala jawanena dadaramana aramanena javirana niyamitawa. So niyamitawa you can follow two places. Kusala jawanena dadaramana aramanena javirana niyamitawa. So determining dadaramana by means of the kusala jawana. Even though kiriya javanas are there, if we consider about the arhantas, so but here is not these arhantas are not referred here. So only kusala javana. Dadaramana is determined by the kusala javana, and also feeling are determined by the aramana object. So this point also we have to take. The point, the idea of this vulnerable, the first view, and also Sikha Buddhajana Vasena. So he is playing by means of the Sikha and Buddhajana, 20% and worldly persons. So that's why he mentioned Solasaka Mega. So 60 Vipaka Citta lamb. Okay. So then you can make a note that the first view explain 60 Vipaka Citta lamb. So basing on this point, okay, based on this point means the variability of the asankharika, sasankharika, because of the conditions. And also it leave aside arahanta. So also leave aside the kiriya chawana citta. And also it takes kusala chawana determine the dharamana, and also aramana determine the vedana. Okay. So this is the point of the first view. Yambana eta akusala jawana wasani bana. To continue here, eta. So in this first view, akusala jawana wasani at the end of the akusala jawana. Ahetuka vipaka mewa tadaramana dasitam. So Yandadaramana dasita. Then idere su na dasita mewa. So according to this view, the first view, at the end of akusala jawana, there is upeka sandirana. Ahetuka vipaka. It functions as a dadaramana. But this view is not, or this dadaramana is not mentioned in the other two views. Okay, in the second view and third view. Tasamadan data. Tesu woda. Sa hetuka vipakanja. Ita pi sabha mida labadiwa. So, therefore, dan data. Dan data means the data here. In this first view, the dadaramana, ahetuka vipaka dadaramana. It means ubekha sandirana as a dadaramana. And also, then there you see comma, dan data comma. And after that, the desu wodam. So desu refer to the other two views. In the other two views that has been said, sahetuka vipakanja. So sahetuka vipaka means mahavipaka citta. Okay, it functions as a dadaramana. So it habi sabban idam lavadewa. So all of them. So it means not only ahetuka vipaka but also sahetuka vipaka. All of them we have to take lavadewa. Tadarayan. Then how should we take Tadarayan? Here is the method. Yadahi kusala jawana andarandara agusalam jawadi. So andarandara. So andarandara means andara. So between kusala jawana. So maybe kusala citta. Even though here I think jawana is the term Bali term jawana used here, I don't think it is referring to the same thought process. The jawana in the same thought process. But because in the same thought process there is in the worldly beings there is in the Gamma, right? There is no what? No different javanas are there. Only if kusala javanas are there, then it appears as a kusala javana. So between kusala javana, there cannot arise akusala javana. So that's why here, even though you see kusala javana andarandara akusala javati, so it is generally speaking. So we can simply say that, okay, among the kusala javanas, Akusala javana occasionally arises. So suppose you do kusala, you do dana, you observe a sila, you practice meditation and so on. After that, you delight in it, you attach to it, then there is a raga arise. Then if we see something weak point or shortcomings in the kusala and in your deed, meritorious deeds, then there you you get angry, dosa arise. So at that time, what happened? Yada kusala wasani as jaina sadisa mewa. So like at the end of the kusala, kusala javana, dadaramana follow kusala dadaram. What is it? Sahetuka dadaramana follows habitually. Okay, ajena sadisa mewa. So also, because akusala just arises occasionally, that's why at the end of akusala, sahetukan dadaramana yodam. It is a proper for the sahetuka to vipāka to rise as a dadaramana at the end of the akusala javana. It means the akusala javana, at the end of the akusala javana, which happens just for a short time or maybe occasionally. That's why it is dadaramana just follow habitually. In that case, akusala javana is followed by the sahetuka dadaramana. And then yada nirandaram akusala mewa. So when akusala agusala nirandara means what? Nirandara means without interruption, without any interruption. So now kusala, now agusala, now like this. Mostly agusala arises. So when in our mind, mostly agusala arises, then at the end of the agusala, even though we born with the Ahetuka or Dvetuka body, if akusala mostly arise, then that day at the end of akusala javana, Ahetuka dadaramana will follow. Dadaramana is a proper. So that is the way to take it properly. So how to understand the whether dadaramana, Ahetuka dadaramana, sahetuka dadaramana follow at the end of the akusala javana. Okay, that is so. There's a commentator's Athasalini commentator's idea. Eon data, eon dawa, Bhatamawati, Yoda, Hidava. So, firstly, in the first view, the broad Bhadaramana should be taking okay. In the second view, Tudiya Wadi Bana, but in the second view, Kusala do Sasankara, Sankara, Vidana, Debedam. So by means of the Kusala, variation of the Sasankarika, Asankarika should be desired. Tena at ita, Asankarika Kusala. So in his idea, you go to the Dwadasaka Mego Gatito. So in his idea, so idea of what? Variation of Sasankarika, Asankarika by means of the Kusala. So he mentioned 12 Vipāka Citta plan. Okay, the plan of the 12 Vipāka Citta. So in taking this plan, so he bases on what? On the what? The specification. Asaṅgārika kusala produce only asaṅgārika. Sasaṅgārika kusala produce only sasaṅgārika. That is specific kusala do specific tadāramana. So that point also we have to he based on this one point. This point. And also Jawanena tadāramana niyama akadama. Without making determination of the tadāramana by means of Jawana. So Jawana don't determine the Radhamana. So that is also one point. He based on Sabe Sambi Sikha Buddho Janana Upati Raho Pinda Jawana Wasiniwa. So he mentioned collective Jawana by means of the collective Jawana. He mentioned this 12 Vipākuddhārakathā plan by means of the collective Jawana. That have been that they what they do arise. What? For the what or to all person, all types of person, either Sikha person or Asikha person or Buddhojana. Okay, so these are the bases on which his plan on the 12 Vipākuddhārakathā is explained. So that is the summary of the what the Venerable Buddha Kosa to the view, to the second view. Then the Dukkha Jawana Panna Ita, but there is something to say. Ita in this view, second view, the Dukkha Jawana Wasani, the Dukkha Dhararamana Yoda. So at the end of the day, Dukkha Jawana, then the Dukkha Dhararamana is proper, appropriate. And then Dukkha Jawana Wasani, Dukkha. So at the end of a Dukkha Jawana, there is a Dukkha Dhararamana. Ahetuka Jawana Wasani Ahetuka. So there we don't have Ahetuka Jawana. Ahetuka Jawana we have is a what? Hasiddhabada, right? Hasiddhabada. Ahetuka Jawana Wasani Ahetuka. So but Hasiddhabada Chitta happen only in the Arahant. The Buddha and Arahant. Ahetuka. So that is the point he mentioned in the second view. But Bhajitawa Pana Navodam without any analysis. Without making any analysis, he mentioned. He don't mention having made any analysis. So he just roughly mentioned, we can say. So, because in this case, Mulatika Sayadaw explained that Jawana Samanada, because he mentioned like this, because the Radhamanas are similar to Jawana. A1 Dudiya Wadi Yodan Gihidava. So in that case, the Mulatika Sayadaw explained that even though he emphasized on the similarity between Jawana and the Dharamana, so it should not be taken as it is, as he explained. What the commentator Mulatika explained is that even at the end of the day, Dukkha Jawana, there can rise Dukkha Dharamana, Dukkha Dharamana, and Ahetuka Dharamana, like that. So, but his point of explanation is so the view of this idea this second view is based on the Jawana Samanata. So similarity between Jawana and Dhararamana. He emphasized on this. And then Tadiya Wadebi. In that view, Kusala Dowa Asankara, Sasankara Vidana, Adebeda. So in that view also, variation between Asankarika and Sasankarika is desired by means of the what? Kusala. Okay, by means of the Kusala only. The Eduka, the quoted quotation is Eduka Gamma, Eduka Vipakambi, Eduka Vipakambi, Eduka Vipakambi, Dedi Wajanato, because it is said. So as we have read just before on the page number 325. So Eduka Gamma produce Eduka Vipaka, Eduka Vipaka, Eduka Vipaka. Asankarika Eduka Padisandikasa, for one who was born with the Asankarika Eduka Padisandiketa. Asankarika Duedugina Bidaramanina Bawidaba. So Dueduga Asankarika Jeda also Darada can rise as a Dararamana. Then others said the war. So such a Dararamana with others said the war without showing, without mentioning this Dararamana. It means Dueduga Asankarika Dararamana. Hedu Sadisa Mewa Dadaramana Dasidam. So what he mentioned is that which is similar to the Janaga Gamma. Similar to the root or the Janaga Gamma. That is Padisandi Janaga Gamma. So because in the previous life we accumulated Eduka Gamma. That Eduka Gamma associated with the three root. Okay, so he paid attention to that Gamma, that Gamma, so Janaka Gamma. So in which there is three root. So also that's why he mentioned what that only the Eduka Dadaramana. But he don't mention to Eduka Dadaramana. As a Mr. Ryan asked just before. Right? For the reason why he don't mention that he paid attention to the Janaka Gamma. Padisandi Janaka Gamma. Tam Purimaya Heduketana Ladya Na Yojati. So this explanation, okay, this way of taking Ahetuka Kusala is followed by the Ahetuka Dadaramana. So that point is not matched with the view that has been mentioned in the Heduketana. Okay, Hedupurima, that has been mentioned previously in the Heduketana session. So then why he is said? Kewalam Dasaka Mega Wiba Wanata Mewa Vodam. Kewalam purely. It is said purely only to show what? Then we baga Jeda plan. Okay. Then we baga Jeda plan. So Idarambi Bana Labati, the other Vipaka Jedas are also available or attainable or possible to rise. A1 Dadia Wade be Yoda. So in this way, in the third session also, it should, what is proper should be taken. So if it is, it means that if it is a not Prabhupada, you have to leave out. You don't mention. Very wise. You just mention what is Prabhupada should be taking. Ayanja sabhabi patisandi janaka sewa kamasa vipaka sandhaya daramanakatha. So to sum up all of the three views on the Dadaramana-katha, on the talk on the Dadaramana. So they talk about the Dadaramana referring to the what? Patisandi janaka sewa kamasa vipaka sandhaya. So paying most or much attention on the Patisandi janaka karma. And it's a result. So that is the point we have to understand here. Sayadukam bhavangam Ahetukasa bhavangasa anandara pajena pajayo di vajanado. So because in the Patana Bali, reference is given in the what? Abhidhamma din Patana, page number 42, third volume. Patana, third volume. They are mentioned after the what? Sayadaw Bhavanga support Ahetuka Bhavanga to rise by means of the Anandara Pachaya. Sayadaw Bhavanga and Ahetuka Bhavanga. So because it is said in the Patana, Nana Gami na Ahetuka Padisandi Kasabi Sahetuka Vipakam Tadaramana Obajati. So because of the different karma, Ahetuka Padisandi Kasa, for one who is born with the Ahetuka Padisandi, even for that person also, Sahetuka Vipakam Tadaramana Obajati. So Sahetuka Vipaka Jeta arise as Tadaramana. So Tadaramana is very wide. Okay, the rising or the topic of the Dadaramana is very wide, very interesting to do for the PhD. For your PhD or MA thesis. That's Upadi Vidhanam, the rising of this Dadaramana. So the way in which the Dadaramana arise. Are we Boisadi? Are we will be Boisadi will be, are we clear? Will be very obvious, very clear in Mahabhagarani, in the Patana Bali. So then if you want to know exactly how the Dadaramana arises, to which basin or to which condition, then that will be clear in the Bhatana Bali. Okay, that is at the end of the Abyākatapadaṃ Katha. Okay, so so far we have done about the Kamavajara Vipaka, Ahetuka Vipaka, Mahavipaka, and also it is found very interesting. And but even though we study that much, what we know is just a little bit. Significant point is that we come to know there is much debate. Okay, there is a lot of debate on the Dadaramana. Okay, not only in this day, but even during the ancient time commentary period, or even before the commentary time, commentary period. So, but the solution, the convention, we can say, mostly agreed is that the idea of the first view But according to this Aṭṭhasalini, it is suggest that don't rely only on one view, so but rely on the proper view. Okay, proper whatever proper view, proper idea we can take from the different teachers, and also the emphasis why these three teachers give have a different idea or the different explanation is what? Because they emphasize on the Patisandhi-janaka karma. Okay, so these are the point we can understand and summarize here. So for the further or detailed understanding, we have to go and study Mahapakarana, the whole book, not only was first volume, Kusaladika. Okay, so with this, we will conclude for today. So Buddha Sasana Jiran Datadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Datadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Datadu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Spent the whole life, but we still haven't studied. We haven't finished the tika. I mean the kusala tika yet.
No, that is what? Yeah, kusala bada, akusala bada finish, but Abyākatapadaṃ.
No, I mean in the Maha Pakarana, Sayadaw.
Surely, so very, very profound. And then also Dharamana, maybe I think modern scholars they don't study yet, right? About the Dharamana very much in detail.
Yes,
So
I mean, one time I mentioned that I asked this question to our rector, Sayadaw G, and he said that, well, basically there is no law.
Sorry, Ryan, maybe you can stop recording.
huh? Yeah,
I mean, maybe
Oh, okay,
Ryan,
sure.